Hunter 3. The hunter's eyes are as keen as a wolf's. Beneath Libib, Chilubeg's laboratory has already been reduced to ruins in the fierce battle between Igla and Voymastina. Igla's wings stir up vortices like raging storms with every flap. Voymastina weaves between them, like a ship sailing against wind and waves. She has little ammunition left, so every shot must strike the greatest threat before her. She refuses to waste a single bullet unless absolutely necessary.
Voymastina!
At Groza's warning, Voymastina leaps upward and grabs onto Igla's raised wing. Perhaps because she still lacks precise control over this body, the mutated 3rd Gen doll's massive hand sweeps through the spot where Voymastina had been, grasping nothing but air. But Igla clearly senses something clinging to the edge where bone and flesh meet on her wing. With a casual shake, she flings Voymastina straight into the glass wall behind her. The reinforced glass shatters under the impact of Voymastina's heavy frame. Her body and the shards fly backward together, tumbling across the laboratory floor until she slams into the wall behind, leaving a massive crater before finally stopping. Igla then lowers herself toward the shattered glass wall, searching through it for Voymastina. A gigantic hand thrusts into the laboratory room. Though the lighting inside is dim and Voymastina's exact position cannot be seen, it is obvious that Igla has grown thoroughly irritated by the doll buzzing around her like a relentless bee. She intends to trap Voymastina inside the lab and eliminate her in one decisive move, though the cramped space prevents the tendrils on her body from functioning properly. It is like sealing a bee inside a jar. After that, she only needs to capture it at her leisure. To avoid detection, Voymastina presses herself against the wall, lightening her steps as much as possible. She dodges the massive hand sweeping and grasping for prey, making her way toward the laboratory doors. The doors have no handles. The 2 automatic sliding panels are sealed tightly shut. Voymastina tries to pry open a gap with her fingers, but the seam offers no leverage to force them apart.
Colphne, 外から開けられるか試してみて。
Colphne bolts up 3 levels in quick succession, reaching the area outside Voymastina's room. After inspecting the door, she discovers a biometric device mounted above it. Groza's visual module locks onto Voymastina's location. The massive hand has already forced her into a corner, leaving her almost no room to maneuver. Voymastina could fall into Igla's grasp at any second.
間に合わないわ。力ずくでこじ開ける。はい。ボイマスティナさん、ドア右 1.5 メートルの場所に爆薬を仕掛けます。爆は30秒後。持ちこたえられますか？問題ない。
Man, I think it's cool that you see Colphne and Voymastina interacting. The lights along the suspended gangway flicker erratically. Even as she speaks, Colphne pulls explosives from her pack and starts rigging them. In the shadows beyond the wall, Voymastina moves with agility that defies her imposing build, slipping aside once more and narrowly avoiding the searching fingers. 20 seconds. 10. 7, 6, 5, 4... Just before the explosion, a faint sound comes from beneath Voymastina's foot. Unknowingly, she has been driven back to the very crater she created earlier. A loose chunk of brick rolls underfoot, and in her cautious retreat, she steps on it. Igla's hand suddenly stops searching. The scene erupts into chaos in an instant. Voymastina's gunfire, the explosion of the charge, and the thunderous sweep of Igla's hand across the lab floor resound simultaneously, turning the once silent underground facility into a boiling maelstrom. Right before Igla's fingers make contact with Voymastina's frame, the latter's assault rifle spits a burst of fire. Surprisingly enough, The bullets knock Igla's massive fingers away. Blood splatters across the walls, staining the white surfaces a horrific crimson. Fine, I'll say it. Awoo! A wail of pain echoes from Igla's throat. Maddened by the injury, she thrashes wildly, tearing through the lap's corners as blood smears across the ground in long, dragging streaks. Voymastina seizes the moment and slips through the breach blasted open by Colphne.
正気を失ったようね。コルフェ、ボイマスティナ、正面戦闘になるかもしれないわ。
問題ない。増援がそろそろつく。
でもそよ風正体がまだ。
Before Voymastina can explain, Colphne's urgent shout rings out from the distance.
隊長、大変です。大量の池袋がこっちに。
人手も弾薬も足りない。離脱するわ。
Amber? Commander, changes in the combat situation require the dispatch of specific dolls for certain battles. Good, I don't mind that. They should do that always for story. The designated doll has already been deployed, but you can substitute her if you have already obtained her. Oh. Story preset dolls. Certain battles require a specific doll to be deployed, but commanders who have already acquired those dolls can swap out the default one for their own version. Sure. I don't mind that. Alright, where's my Groza?
ここよ。
And where's Colphne?
おやおや。
And then I can deploy 3 more. Or well, I think the only 3 of them right now.
手加減の必要は？
Let's go. Oh, even though it's an evacuation quest, they allow you to like deploy only 3 dolls. That's cool. Amber. No attacks. I guess it will hatch at some point. Shellcracker. Well, let's just go. Oh, we can just eliminate everyone.
ターゲット確認。カバーは任せて。
パンパン。
That's perfectly fine if they force you to play like if they force you to play play only like the preset dolls. I think they should do more of that, to be honest. Like there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong.
Target 確認。
エンジン起動。
おやおや。
We kinda need to evacuate anyway.
パンパン。
Bam. Alright, evacuate first, Colphne.
エンジン起動。
ターゲット確認。
Time to go. Under Groza's covering fire, Colphne and Voymastina break through the encirclement. The 3 regroup atop the platform. Even though Voymastina's ammunition is exhausted, she remains unstoppable with melee weapons and hand-to-hand combat. But the frenzied Igla is not something the 3 of them can handle lightly. Having lost 2 fingers to Voymastina's gunfire, Igla roars as she destroys everything around her. Brick and debris rain down in showers. With a thunderous crash, one of the columns supporting the platform is severed by Igla's vine-like tendrils.
ここはもうすぐ崩れる。向こうに飛び移るわよ。
The 3 sprint at full speed. Voymastina leaps first, with Groza right behind her. But Colphne, limited by her smaller frame, is just a fraction too slow. Colphne's fingers scrape across the platform's edge as she plunges dozens of meters downward. Beneath her, a mass of ALIDs claw upward while vine-like tendrils carpet the ground. Voymastina, who has already reached the opposite platform safely, stops short and spins around, sprinting back toward the edge. She swiftly evades the tendrils lashing toward her, then leaps blah 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 blah.